What up YouTube, Dead Draw here with my deck profile, my Malefic Ring deck that I got first place at locals with one time. Not that big of an achievement. But if you live where I live, it's not like you can just go to every regionals and all these different little events, since I do live in Canada. So let's get this started. I really enjoy this deck, but it's very easy to play. So first off, you got your 3 Malefic Cyber End Dragons. You banish a Cyber End Dragon from your extra deck, and you get that on the field as long as there's a field spell card. You got your 3 Malefic Stardust. I mean, one of your main monsters is level 8. It's just good. 25 attack, it's still pretty high. It's not 4K, but it's still pretty high. And that, if you don't have Skill Drain out, it saves your field card like Necro Valley or something. Now you got your 2 Ancient Gear Gaugatrons. Usually you're just going to throw these away with trade-in. Have them in your grave, or like just, you don't really want them in your hand, it's not good. 3 Beast King Barbaros. With skills around the field, it becomes a 3K beater, so like who cares? 2 Gravekeeper's Commander. You could run it at 3, but I think 2 is enough since you're also running 3 Terraforming. And it becomes a pretty decent beater once you have Necro Valley on the field, so you can summon it, and who cares? Morphing Jar. Now, I know what you're going to say. This isn't like really smart because of skill drain. Will negate it, but I think Morphing Jar, like, it helps me win so much because this deck is so slow, and it gives you a new hand. You combo at your hand like almost every time. Like every first turn, like your hand's gone. So this card allows you to get OTKs. It's just a really good card, and you set that as a bluff, and then you're like, oh, it's just this Barbaros, and don't have to worry about it, and you're going to get 5 free cards, and your opponent's going to get 5 more cards, but still a very good card, and it allows for the OTK. 3 Gear Town, these are like monsters pretty much. Lots of people run them at 2, but I think Gear Town's good at 3 because you can always bring one back from the graveyard, no matter what. Gear Town's just a really good card. Because as long as you set a Necro Valley, the Gear Town will go off, and you can summon your Gajillatron dragon, no problem, just from setting a Necro Valley or setting a different Gear Town. 3 Trade-In. Just you run a lot of level 8s in this deck, so why not why not run it? 2 Potted Duality. Like I said, this deck is very slow, has problems with consistency, so you need to have those. You're going to have to take your turn to set up, whatever. You got your 1 MST. This deck was pretty good at, like, 40, but the 1 MST to go to 41 just helps you from getting hit from back row. You could probably take it out. It's not that big a deal. I just put it in there because I don't really like back row, and I don't like Decree. Decree really ruins me, so, yeah. 3 Terraforming, since you run 6 field cards, and you always want a field card first turn. Just helps that probability. Heavy Storm. Like I said, you don't want to get hit by back row. You want to start this out pretty early. So yeah. 2 Royal Tribute. Once you have Necro Valley out, and like you play like a Chaos Dragon or something, like you play Royal Tribute, you win. Like they're like, oh, okay, well, there's nothing they can really do unless they get like amazing draw into like a BLS or something. So besides that, 3 Dark Bribes. Why Dark Bribe? Because it's good. And you can negate a lot of things with it. You can negate somebody's anything. Yes, they get a +1, but it's going to stop them from doing what they initially planned. It's like for Mirror Force and all that. 3 Skill Drain, because it's your heart and soul of the deck. You can get many monsters out and just be able to attack over with Skill Drain. The Huge Revolution Over, it's just like a Starlight Road, but like if they Dark Hold and I only had my Malefic Cyber End out, and it was my last Malefic Cyber End, I can still activate it, and if they had a monster, so it's pretty cool. I like that little card. 7 Tools. Again, stop Mirror Force, stuff like that. I mean, yeah. Starlight Road, because if you get heavied, it's just like game. Anything happens like that. If you get heavied, it's game. If you get heavied, it's game. That's all I can really say about that. We're going to skip to the extra deck now. You got your 3 Stardust Dragons. Probably like the priciest part of this deck. It's really not an expensive deck. 3 Cyber End Dragon. It's just very simple. 2 Heretic Sun Dragons. These are actually really good for like when your opponent has like Royal Decree on the field. So you're gonna be able to exceed easy, and then you just like pop the decree, and then you go off, and your skill drain starts working again. Number 40, it's a show and jump thing, but it's a good card. 2 level 8s, and it's good. Pop the field. Who cares? Now for the side deck, you got 1 Joel and Lockbird. Just prophecies. I'm not looking forward to them coming out with Judgment, so that's what you got. 2 Thunder Kings. Any deck that searches, like even a mirror match, like you definitely want to side these in a mirror match. It depends, because like if they're running Malefic World, this is gonna stop. Like I think this stops Malefic World because you don't draw it, you add it to your hand. Just good cards, and then this also negates summons, so you can negate their Malefic like summons. So you're always gonna side this in against like a mirror match. King Tiger, you're gonna side this in anything that like runs little guys, like little things. It stops it completely. 3-dimensional fissure. This stops so much of the meta, and it doesn't really affect you. You might not get Kajiltron back from Gear Town, but usually summoning those from your deck and start the game, so it doesn't matter. 2 Soul Takers. You want to side this in against a mirror match. Usually you can run over everything, but there's specific cards, and it stops Stardust and stuff like that. The second MST, just in case really trap heavy, whatever. 2 Soul Drain, Mermails, anything activates in the graveyard, it stops it. Again, these are for trap heavy decks. Pretty much all your monsters you can use. Like you got your Malefic monsters, all those you can use with this, so it's really good. And 1 Soul Morning just for those synchro decks. So yeah, that's my deck profile of this one. I don't know, I really like the deck. It costs like roughly $250, like very cheap. Your most expensive cards are like your Skill Drain, your Stardust, and your Malefic Cyber Ants, which are like $7. So it's not bad. Thanks for watching this deck profile. Thanks.